dirt bike news with Colton Haaker. You just came back from Erzberg.
Yep.
A little jet lagged. Are you feeling better now? How'd that go?
I don't know, every time I think I beat the jet lag, it just like comes back and bites me, and I'm like 3 o'clock just snoozing away over here. So we'll see how today goes. I think the main race starts at 3:30, so I might be sleeping or I might be like wide awake.
Cruising.
I heard I need to hit the Tim Hortons around here.
Yeah, we'll have to get you a cup. It's tradition, really. It's
the local crack, I heard.
It's more than crack. Crack's cheaper, I think. So you just came back from Erzberg. You did a lot of enduro cross. Did you go over and do the super enduro as well?
Yeah. So super enduro went well. That ended in March. Got the world championship second time in a row. So that was dialed, and then we pretty much just like moved and drove up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I bought a house up there and started training for Erzberg. And big thing for me this year was like finishing Erzberg compared to last year. Not getting to the finish line was a bit of a disappointment, but I just didn't really know what to expect last year. And then after going to last year and knowing a little more what to expect, I was able to make the finish line this year, which was cool. And then now from here, my goal for Erzberg would be to put myself in a position to be, closer to the podium and just kind of work my way towards that throughout the year. But we're here right now to hit rocks and logs, and I'm all trained up from Erzberg. I've done a couple of rocks and logs in the past couple of weeks.
There's a little bit of rocks and logs there.
Yeah.
Did you make it to Carl's Diner out there?
Yeah. I made the finish line, so I hit all the sections and rode everything pretty well, and just suffered a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of endurance issues. We train all year for basically 20-minute max motos of 100%. That's what rocks and logs is. That's what endurocross is. That's what super enduro is. So I'm a bit of a specialist at 20-minute moto, wide open, as hard as you can go. But a 3-hour race, which is what ended up Erzberg being for me, was 3 hours.
In hot weather, no less.
Definitely not as hot as Southern California, but it wasn't cool by any means. But yeah, 3 hours is a little different than 20-minute moto. You have to pace yourself differently, and it's just something to learn. So.
Right on. So you're on Husqvarna. What other sponsors do you have that help you get here?
Yeah, I ride for the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna factory racing team in the U.S., and I got fly racing gear, Scorpion helmets, 100% goggles, CD boots, Playco clothing, and everyone else. Appreciate it.
Right on. And we see you on YouTube. You have your little channel there in your video. Tell us a little about that. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, so I haven't done a video in like a month or whatever, but I got super into making videos, and I made like 60 videos over the past, 3 months. Like I said, the last month I haven't done one, but I did like 27 videos in like 30 days, which is pretty impressive for a guy that's like riding dirt bikes full time.
It's a lot of work to edit and film.
Edit, and then like you gotta like get all like the stuff together, right? So you gotta make some kind of content. Yeah. So you're like riding, and then you're filming what you're doing. So everything you're doing, you take like an extra 5 minutes to like film what you're doing. You can't just go out and just do it anymore. Yeah. You like set up the camera, think about the angle. All right, this is gonna look pretty good. Okay, set it up, press record, do it. And then a lot of times you're like, the mic was off, or like,
hope the shot's good.
Yeah, I hope that shot actually worked, and it's just like goes on and on. But yeah, it's just an extra little job I created for myself for whatever reason, and it's been fun, no doubt. And a lot of people have come up to me and appreciated it, and say like, keep it going. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and I watch your vlog, and I haven't had anybody that doesn't like it really tell me.
I have two. You have one. You had a shotgun one where you had a guy stole your bike, and you had another one where it was Jimmy Lewis's race there.
Oh, King of Motos.
Yeah, you found your buddy snoring on the trail. How was that, seeing that in a race when you're top pro and all of a sudden you see the guy ahead of you who was ahead of you on the ground sleeping, knocked out? How does that affect your mind racing? Yeah,
I definitely didn't really want to be on the bike right after that, that's for sure. After that point, I wasn't really too into the racing prior to that anyways, but once that happened, I was like, man, I like definitely could stay off my bike for the rest of the day. And the weird thing was I ended up winning that race. Taylor crashed, and then Cody ended up going the wrong way, missing a check, so I inherited the win on that one, which, I felt like, I don't know, was maybe a little bit of good karma hanging out with Taylor and making sure he was all good, stopping my own race for that. And and then the other one, the shotgun one, was basically like, dude, I left my garage door open in the shop in California. Ooh. And I have like a full gated like house, like 5 acres, and it's like the shop is like set in the back, and it was happened. I forgot it open, and the one night I forgot it open, someone actually cut my fence and then came in and like tried stealing one of my bikes. So there's like 6 bikes in my shop, right?
Yeah.
They picked the nicest looking one, but the nicest looking one happened to be my championship bike from Super Enduro, without a battery, without oil, without radiator fluid, without a starter, without anything.
Yeah.
So it won't run.
Start, yeah.
It won't run. So they ended up like pulling it out of there, like, oh, this one looks really good, you know? And then they pull the thing out, they push it around the shop, and I'm assuming they're back there trying to start it. By this time, like,
Dogs
my wife had like woken up from the dog barking or whatever had happened there. She heard somebody and she woke me up. Then I go outside, we're out front or whatever, and then I hear like a truck like start up and take off. And I'm like, no way, like, are you serious? Like, so then I go around, I get my gun, and then I go around to the back, and I'm looking, and like, my championship bike's gone, you know, and I'm like, no way.
Yeah, want that
So
back.
then I like look around the back, and it's just like laying there, and I'm like, well, what are the chances, you know? Then a couple days later, I ended up even finding the fence that they cut. I didn't know they cut the fence. I thought maybe they were just gonna like push it to the back and then like lift it over the fence or something, or throw it over the fence, you know, and figure something else out. But they ended up cutting my fence, and then like they were gonna push it through there, and then like I woke up in time. So now, just to be sure, like I got an alarm system, I got like floodlights, and I got like
you're all set up.
I got it all. Yeah, I'm all dialed in now.
All be good. Well, we wish you the best of luck today. We think it's going to be a pretty good battle. We got some big names out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else is here that you're going to be battling with today?
Kyle Redmond, you know, he's from the States. We ride together all the time. He's been in my vlog most of the year, so we're always riding together. Tristan and Wyatt Hart are both riding super well, and they're local guys, so they'll probably be sending it. And yeah, it's just awesome to be here and just put on a good show and have some fun.
Cool. Well, we'll try and get you some Tims for later in the day.
Yeah,
a little caffeine.
I might need some
right
before like 3 o'clock. If you can bring some around, that'd be nice.
We'll find something for you. Okay.
Thanks,
Best of luck today, bud. And yeah, we'll be watching you.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Have a good one.